واجعل تفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما يا أكرم الأكرمين اللهم آمين آمين. Inshallah, we'll continue to talk about our topic, which is this is the fourth lecture. We'll talk about that, which is أخطاء المصلين, which is the common mistake people they do it, and we call that topic ارجع فصلي فإنك لم تصلي. Go back and pray for you haven't to pray. So that person, which is the person, he's at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, he prayed bad. So the Prophet ﷺ said him go and pray. And we mentioned that story so many times. We said the salah, it is amud al-din. It is, subhanAllah, the pillar of the religion. You know, without salah, subhanAllah, I don't know what we can do. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, إن أول ما يحاسب عليه العبد يوم القيامة من عمله صلاته فإن صلحت صلاته فقد أفلح وأنجح وإن فسدت فقد خاب وخسر. So the Prophet ﷺ said in that hadith, which is narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, the first deed for which a person will be brought to account on the day of judgment will be his prayer. If it's good, then he will have good and succeed. But if it's bad, then he will doomed and have lots. Subhanallah. So the person always try and he must take care by his salah. You know, the wasiyah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the advice of our beloved one, as-salah, 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 wa ma malakat aymanukum. Before we continue to talk about that, you know, we have the question because I promised yesterday to talk about to give the question tonight, inshallah. And this is the prize, which is al-Mushaf, inshallah, the Quran. The question is, من هو الصحابي الوحيد المذكور باسمه في القرآن? So the question is, who is the only companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the Quran by his name in the Quran? And which is the surah? If you know the surah, it would be good, and the verse. The answer after the lecture, not now. So, yeah. The first mistake we'll ask, inshallah, tonight, which is al-khata fi sifat al-ruku'. So many people, they made a mistake when they make the ruku'. They don't know exactly how to do the ruku'. Some people, they put their hands, you know, in their legs, catch the legs from down. Some people, they put in the fab, which is a thin thigh, you know. You cannot do that, subhanallah. The Prophet ﷺ teach us in the hadith how we do it, you know. Also, some people, they put their head down or their head up, you know. Some people, they do that. Some people, they make their, back all the way down, all the back, not only the head, you know. So, how the Prophet ﷺ, the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ, how the Prophet ﷺ, he used to do that ruku'. كان يضع يديه على ركبتيه. The Prophet ﷺ, he used to put his hands in his knees, both of his knees. يفرج أصابع الكفين. He used to open his fingers, not together, no. Open it, you know. يمد ظهره ويسويه. He must make his back all straight, you know. And make it, subhanallah, لو صب عليه الماء لاستقر. As if, if they put the water in it, it would remain in the back of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وكان لا يرفع رأسه ولا يدليه. He never raised his head up or make it down, you know. So where is that hadith? The hadith, the evidence for that, روى الشيخان, you know, when we say the الشيخان, meaning Bukhari and Muslim, in الصحيحين كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يضع كفيه على ركبتيه وكان يأمر بذلك وكان يفرج بين أصابعه. In that hadith, authentic hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to put his two hands, you know, in his knees here and catch it, subhanallah, you know, and make it separated between the fingers. It's not like that, like some people they do like that. No, subhanallah, make your finger as if you catch you hold something, you know. And also in the hadith in Bukhari, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا ركع بسط ظهره وسواه. When he makes the ruku', he make his straightening his back. In hadith Muslim, أبي حميدة, mentioned by أبي حميدة وغيره, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يصب رأسه, he did never put his head back, you know, ولا يقنع, he never raised his head up while he making the ruku', you know. Again, we said we'll do that inshallah when we talk about the salah. So he said after he recites Allahu Akbar, and he used to make, and وكان يجافي, also to make some people they do like that, you know, up. catch it, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, not like that. Some people they do that. I used to have one of the brother, mashallah, used to do it almost close to the ground. Why? I don't know. In the ruku'ah, he used to do like that. Yani, subhanallah, why? I don't know. Like, I need somebody to.
Yeah, my question.
Yeah.
Sheikh, how you.
Straight.
Head. Head.
The head which was your back. Straight. Yani, I make it, but not like, yani, subhanallah. Some people they do like that. Some people do up.
What is right?
Like that. The right is to be straight.
Okay.
Straight in with your back.
Okay.
That's the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, to put palms or hands on the knees. That hadith narrated by Abu Humayda. He said, then the Prophet ﷺ bowed and kept his palms or his hand on his knees as if he was grasping them, and he stretched out his arms and held them away from his side. Some people they do that. No, when you make the ruku', you cannot do that or make it close. Make it a little bit, far from your back, as if you like the sujood, like you make the sujood, So we learn from that hadith, grasp the knees, spread the fingers out, arm away from the side body. Another hadith also narrated by Abu Mas'ud al-Badri. He said, one's salah, it is not accepted unless one straight his back in the ruku' and the sujood. You need to straight your back in the sujood and the ruku'. And the Prophet ﷺ forbid us even in the sujood. He said, don't make sujood like like dog. Some people they do that, which is not right. The Prophet ﷺ forbidding to do that. Hudayfa, one of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, he saw a person who was not performing bound and prostrating perfectly. He used to do just, as we said yesterday, just go, said Allahu Akbar and go down, or he never not touch with his head and his nose the ground. So he said to him what? He said to him, Ma sallayt. That's one of the companions of the Prophet Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman. He said to that man, Ma sallayt. ولو مت على الفطرة التي ولو مت ما مت على الفطرة التي فطر الله عليها محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. So he said to him, you have not performed salah, and if you should die, you would die on a religion other than that of Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. So we should be careful when we mix that sujood and the ruku'ah. With the ruku'ah, I have a story, it's happened to me. It was really, subhanAllah, it was in Ramadan, while we praying behind the Imam, me and the other brother, beside each other, and we make ruku'ah, and it was, there's, small insects, because that masjid, it was, there is, a sea, you can see, there's the sea, the river Nile there, and there is some insects come to the masjid, while they open the door, and there is small insects come in the front of me and the hand, and while I said, Ya Rab, go away from me, go to him, not to me, all of the salah, imagine, subhanAllah, and that's, go to him, go to me, that insects. Till alhamdulillah, I know if it's come to me, I cannot catch myself. So that brother came to him, while all of the prayer, he do like that, subhanallah. It was really a funny thing, subhanallah. قراءة القرآن أو الدعاء في الركوع أو السجود. One of also mistakes people they do, they recite the Quran when they make ruku' or they make dua when they make ruku'. Sujood, sometimes people they read Quran in it, and this is wrong. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث in صحيح مسلم, he said, قال صلى الله أقرب ما يكون العبد من ربه وهو ساجد فأكثر من الدعاء. You're very close to Allah when you make sujood. So make the dua, not in the ruku'. In the ruku' you cannot read Quran and you cannot, subhanallah, make dua in ruku' while you bow. But in sujood you can make dua. So what about if I say the dua in the Quran? رب اغفر لي ولوالدي. This is okay because this is not read Quran. You make dua, in this situation. There is no problem with that. أخرج مسلم أيضا كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول ألا وإنني نهيت أن أقرأ القرآن وأنا راكع أو ساجد فأما الركوع فعظموا فيه الرب يعني تقول سبحان ربي العظيم وسبح قدوس رب الملائكة والروح وأما السجود فاجتهدوا فيه في الدعاء. So the Prophet ﷺ said in that hadith, it is I had forbidden to make to recite Quran while I make ruku' or sujood. But what we should do in the ruku'? He said, in the ruku', make ta'zeem to Allah. Creating Allah said Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. You know? And all you said, there is other da'iyah, Subhana Qudus Rabbul Malaikatu wal Ruh. وأما السجود, so when you make sujood, اجتهد. Make dua as much as you want. قال النووي وفيه النهي عن قراءة القرآن في الركوع والسجود. وأما وظيفة الركوع التسبيح ووظيفة السجود التسبيح والدعاء. So that's Imam Nawawi said also the same, said it is forbidden to recite Quran while you make ruku' or sujood. The only thing you do is tasbih while you make ruku' and tasbih and dua while you make sujood. You know. يعني subhanallah, there is hadith also, there's so many hadith of the Prophet about that. So you cannot recite Quran again while you make sujood or ruku', you know, even if you like it, because we follow the sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli." You know, pray as you have seen me praying. You know, so you copy the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not because you like that. مصادقة الإمام في الركوع أو التأخر وعند الرفع من الركوع. Some people they do that. It is a famous mistake, you know, and always we talk about it, and you will talk about it later also. Some people, yeah, subhanallah, before the Imam said Allahu Akbar, they said Allahu Akbar. Your salah is not okay. Khalas, pray again. You know. Some people before the Imam make salam, they make salam before him. You know. Yeah, subhanallah. Yani, and some people they harsh. You know. They try to make ruku' very fast. So Allahu, 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 Allahu. You will not finish till the Imam finish. You know. You try to do what? Subhanallah. So that two things which is Takbirat al-Ihram, when he said Allahu Akbar the first time, and Taslim when he said Salamu Alaikum, Salamu Alaikum. If you did it before the Imam, you know, your salah is not accepted. You know, so you need to pray again. That's wrong. This the scholar they said what سبق الإمام حرام ومساواته مكروه. To hasten, you know, before the Imam, or to do the worship before the Imam, it is haram, forbidden. And to be with the Imam in everything, يعني Imam, he just said, he said Allah, you said Allahu Akbar with him, also that's makruh, is dislike in the salah. You know? And we say, Takbirat al-Ihram, if you make it before the Imam, Takbirat al-Ihram, and the Taslim, your salah, it is not accepted, batila, invalid salah.
Only, what about when you're going to ruku, going before it? Imam?
This is, we call it here, يعني subhanallah, that is not okay in the salah. You lose your salah, but we said that's the only thing, because Takbirat al-Ihram, one of the pillar. So adab, which is not the etiquette of the salah. Of course, it will be short.
When praying before you, and then somebody go more with him before.
No, that's we, subhanallah, that we said, and always they do that. يعني before the Imam, as I said, some people they think they will finish very fast. I don't know they will finish how, and you know, you are in the, يعني it's like as if you're in jail. Till Imam finish, you will finish. You know, I don't know, some people they do that before the Imam. You know, so there is evidence for that. In Sahih Muslim, Anas ibn Malik he said, صلى بنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات يوم فلما قضى صلاته أقبل علينا وقال, when the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم finishes salah, he looked at the companion and he said to them, أيها الناس, O people, فلا تسبقوني بالركوع ولا بالسجود ولا بالقيام ولا بالانصراف. So that the Prophet ﷺ said to people, warning them, said, do not يعني hasten or do it fast before me in the ruku' or sujood, or while you stand up, or while you make taslim. Don't do that. يعني subhanallah, that's one of the things they do it. صحيح. من المصلين من لا يدرك حتى يقرأ سورة كاملة. Some people, when they come to the salah, already come to the Imam, while the Imam read in the end of the salah. They cannot, يعني subhanallah, they read Surah Al-Fatiha and they want to start, for example, Surah Sabbih Isma Rabbika al-A'la. Imam already makes the sujood and he's still reading the surah. He wants to finish it. يا عمي subhanallah, Imam he make ruku'. خلاص, you don't need to finish all of the surah. فَقْرَأُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنْهُ. You don't need to finish all of the surah. And they wait till they finish the surah. Till the Imam he go to other pillar. يعني subhanallah, you cannot do that. You know, because the Prophet ﷺ said in the Hadith al-Bukhari and Muslim, he said, إن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إنما جعل الإمام ليؤتم به فإذا ركع فاركعوا وإذا رفع فارفعوا. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said in the Hadith, the Imam has been appointed to be followed, so don't defer from him. when he say takbir, when he say Allahu Akbar, then you say Allahu Akbar, you know. And when he bow, you know, then you bow, you know. إنما جعل الإمام ليؤتم به فلا تختلفوا. So when he recite, listen attentively to him and to follow the way of the Imam. Other mistake people they do it, which is ترك قول سمع الله لمن حمد. So many people they depend in the Imam. يعني I said Allahu Akbar. I mean Allahu Akbar. I said سمع الله لمن حمد ربنا ولك الحمد. Some people they said Imam already he said that. Imam said سمع الله لمن حمد. And we said ربنا ولك الحمد. We don't need to say سمع الله لمن حمد. No, you need to do it. You know, to say that both. You Imam and the Ma'mum. To say سمع الله لمن حمد ربنا ولك الحمد. Both, not only Imam. You know, so the Imam and the Ma'mum, both of them. Why? Because that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the hadith, which is, you know, صلوا كما رأيتموني أصلي. Pray as I have prayed. So you copy the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imam al-Nawawi said what? He said, أما قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول ربنا ولك الحمد يعني ما علمنا يعني سبحان الله من قول سمع الله لمن حمد. يعني the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam he used to say it in secret. He said what? ربنا ولك الحمد. You know, سمع الله لمن حمد ربنا ولك الحمد. Which means that in that hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, ربنا ولك الحمد, سمع الله من حمد, ربنا ولك الحمد. So the Ma'mum, he should say both of them, and this is one of the wajibat in the salah. Some people they said also this mistake. They said what? Some people they said ربنا ولك الحمد, and they increase the word والشكر. You know, ربنا ولك thanks to thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, there is nothing called that. What's called والشكر. You know, because you said only سمع الله ربنا ولك الحمد, or you said ربنا لك الحمد, or you said اللهم ربنا ولك الحمد, or اللهم ربنا لك الحمد, or somebody want to make long dua. There is other ad'iyah. You know, you said ربنا ولك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه ملء السماوات والأرض وملء ما شئت من شيء بعد أهل الثناء والمجد أحق ما قال العبد وكلنا لك عبد. All that long dua you can say if you want it, you know. But this is mentioned in the hadith. Don't bring anything from yourself. ربنا ولك الحمد والشكر. There is no shukr. There is no hadith mentions that word of shukr, which is people they do wrong. You know. Again, I was asked about this question today. The brother said to me exactly when I make ruku' to raise my hand. You know exactly when. And we said mention that I think in the first lecture. You have 4 places or 4 times. You make 4 places to make the ruku', to raise your hand, you know. Of course, the word Allahu Akbar, this is the rukn, this is the pillar of the salah. If you not say takbirat al-ihram, while you say Allahu Akbar, your salah is not correct, it's invalid salah. Allah will not, subhanAllah, will not be accepted without making that, because the Prophet said, مفتاح الصلاة, you know, الطهور وتحريمها التكبير. The keys for the salah is to have wudu, and the salah has become haram to talk, to eat, to do anything from the dunya, you know, by what? Allahu Akbar. So when I raise my hand, that brother said, it is that haram? I said, yes, you cannot do that. There is no hadith to put your fingers here behind your ears. No, there is nothing called that. But the Prophet ﷺ used to make his hands beside close to his ear, or up, you know, to his shoulder or to his chest here. So you can do that. The scholar said it's better to do it, your hand close to here, you know, in this area. Allahu Akbar. This is that, and you do that in 4 times, you know, in the salah. I'm not meaning 4 times, Allahu Akbar, to account 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not like that. Because the Prophet, he understand that he think I said for 4 times during the, for example, the first rak'ah, then you don't need to do it. No, I mean 4 places in the salah. You know, like what you said, Allahu Akbar. This is number 1. And you finish, read the surah, you read Surah Al-Fatiha, then the surah, you know. After you read the surah, you said Allahu Akbar, and you go down again, Allahu Akbar, and raise it your hand. This is the 4 places, which is what? Number 1, عند تكبيرة الإحرام. When you make the تكبيرة الإحرام, you raise your hand. Number 2, عندما تريد أن when you want make ركوع, you make also your hand. عندما يرفع من الركوع, when you raise yourself from the ركوع, stand up, and it must be all of your back come up, you know, because there is no salah for the person when he pray and he go down directly, and we talk about that, you know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept the salah from the person, he just يعني he not make لا يتمم ركوعها ولا سجودها, you know. So he not, the Prophet ﷺ said to that person, said what? When you pray, you should feeling ease in your salah, itmi'nan. This is one of the pillar in the whole pillar of the salah, you know. It is not like, as we said yesterday, to be thief in the salah, you know. Don't steal from your salah. And yeah, subhanAllah, takbir is the zina in the salah. It's the decoration or the beauty of the salah when you raise your hand. Some people they will say, but there is some madhab, there is madhab, he said no, you cannot raise your hand. Yes, I know, and this madhab, you know, there is a hadith they depend in, and this hadith is false, makdhub, you know, it's not right. Which is what that hadith said. What he said, man rafa'a yadayhi litakbir muli'a fuhu naran. Whoever raised his hand in the takbir, his mouth will be full of fire. That's hadith is fabricated. It's not authentic hadith. So, in that, the Prophet ﷺ, in all of the authentic hadith, he used to raise his hand, you know, in the four places. When you make takbir, when you raise yourself from the takbir, when you say Sami Allahu liman hamida, when you sit in the first tashahhud, and you stop to the third, you know, the third rak'ah, you know, the salat al-dhuhr or al-asr or al-maghrib or isha, you raise your hand in the third rak'ah, you know. So that's what the person he raised his hand. Other thing which is we see الصلاة خلف الصف منفرد. Some brother they came, and I told you before that, I told you about that, you know, the brother he told me he come to the masjid, and sometimes he find place in the first row, and mashallah we have sometimes 3 rows, and people they pray behind. Why? You know, and he leave space in the first row, which is not okay. You know, when you come to the musalla, you need to, subhanAllah, to come in the first row if there is space for it. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, لا صلاة لمنفرد خلف الصلاة. There is no خلف الصف. There is no prayer for the one who does not, you know, who does not, subhanallah, on the rows. He not coming in the row, behind the row. He pray behind the row. There is no salah for him, you know. So in this case, and I was asked about that before. So in this case, if I come to the masjid and the first row is mashallah, it is full of people. So what I should do in this case, you know, I don't pray. Some people say, what about if we can, he can take both, one of the brother take him back with him. Some people said, what about if he pray with the imam in the front, you know. Some people said, what about if he takes one brother and he go pray in his place? Some people they do that, you know.